Okay, juniors, welcome to week 12. I'm filming this Monday morning, actually, as we're getting ready to start the day. So you'll actually see me here in just a few hours. So I'm sure you're all thrilled, right? So let's talk about this week. I'm putting this video again for the agendas. I know I don't do these every week. I'm trying to be better about it. The problem now is that each class is different, so I have to make 6 videos. And they're all short, but they still take time to make. So we're going to get these all done, hopefully, and get them put on the actual agenda so you can watch them. I'm making these for 2 reasons. One, some of you need something like this for me to walk through this with you so you know exactly what's going on. 2, those of you who are at home need this so that you can look at it and see what's expected as well. This is meant to help you. It's also meant to stop having to have you come ask me, what are we doing Thursday? Or I was out yesterday. What are we doing? What do we do? This is what you go to. This is the document you use, okay? So at-home students or distance learning students, I do apologize. Sometimes we have to bump some of the material to the next week because things happen that I can't control, all right? So this week, though, it looks like we should be okay. So let's talk about what your assignments are this week. Monday, we're starting as we normally do with a work day. This is something I've gifted you so that you can work on my assignments and you're not having to do them at home. It is not Among Us time. We're not doing that in this class. You're going to do the assignments I've given you, and you're going to do a good job on them. If you don't, you lose points on a participation grade. All right, you'll notice you get a participation grade that's for 2 weeks at a time. Technically, it's a 10-point a day, but if you are disruptive, I subtract more. This is not meant for you to take a 0 and play a game. This isn't that kind of class, all right? You're going to work on the assignment. For you guys, it's from last week. It was on where you had to highlight the different sections, breaking up Thanatopsis into individual thoughts and then paraphrasing them off to the side. We're going to work on that. A lot of you did that in class. You just need to do the paraphrase. Once you're finished with that, you can work on other things. You're not going to get in a big circle and play this game and be loud and obnoxious, though. So that will not be part of the deal. Please, okay? Now, Tuesday and Wednesday are both based on the same concept. We're going to use some external poems that aren't in your book. That we're going to do the same kind of thing we've done. All right? We're going to take and we're going to paraphrase sections. And we're going to do it by stanza. I'm not going to make you do it by individual thoughts. That was just a thing to practice with on Thanatopsis, all right? But I want you to get used to taking big chunks of poems and reducing them into smaller ideas, and then you can analyze them once you know what's going on. It's hard to analyze a poem, which is what teachers often ask you to do at this level, if you have no idea what it's literally saying. So we're going to work on that, okay? So our first one's going to be another Oliver Wendell Holmes poem, the guy that wrote Old Ironsides, because that's just not a poem that I think is terrific, but Contentment is. It's another poem by him. It's great. Very little as far as that I gave you for primary discussion points here, but make sure you look at those because my test questions come from that. Now, the week 12 assignment, the one that we do next Tuesday that you're going to work on next Monday, is going to be to put together paraphrases for each stanza of this poem, as well as the 2 we're going to cover on Wednesday, which are the first Snowfall, which is very short, and then Burning Driftwood, which is Burning Driftwood and Contentment are longer poems, but we're going to do them in class. All you have to do is take notes and then transfer them into a document where it shows the stanzas. It's really simple, okay? And by the way, I don't have it posted here. I apologize. I'll have it here in just a few minutes. There'll be right in here, there will be a document that has all 3 of these poems on it, and you can do your paraphrases on that if you choose to, okay? These are 3 great poems. I particularly chose them out of all the poems these guys had. These are the 3 I wanted us to do. The 3 or so we read in the book are okay, but these are really good, so I'm excited about that. Again, make sure you pay attention to these, all right? Your test questions are either directly from here or take some version of it. If we don't talk about it in class, that's something that you can ask questions about for sure, all right? Tuesday will be the test, not this coming Tuesday. Next Tuesday, which is November the something. What is that? The 3rd, I believe, November 3rd, Election Day. We're going to do a test over the Washington Irving story, which was the Devil and Tom Walker, and these fireside poets, all right? Now, that'll be, but again, I just put that note on there so you can start getting ready for it. Now, Thursday is going to be something I'm really excited about. Thursday is going to be a project that deals with this documentary that some of you have seen. I know a couple of you have talked about it. I kind of am upset that happened because I thought this would be something that flew under the radar. I didn't get this assignment to you quick enough because let me give you some context and background. I watched this about a month and a half, maybe longer, maybe 2 months ago when this was first like making the rounds on Netflix. It came up and I sat and watched it with my wife. I got about 10 minutes in and I was like, okay, this is one of the best and I'm a big documentary guy. I like to be learning no matter what I'm doing, even if it's watching TV. So I immediately texted Miss Richardson about 10 minutes and I said, this is one of the most powerful things I've seen. And I've watched hundreds of documentaries. So I knew she's a big documentary fan too. Well, she had some free time, so she immediately got on and started watching it too. So I was a little bit ahead of her, but we were texting back and forth the whole time, talking about how great this was and how important it was for students to see. And it has very little in the way of objectionable material. I think there's a couple of cuss words in it, but for the most part, the people who designed this made it accessible for kids your age. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch it in three pieces because we're going to stop it and talk about it while we're watching it. And like I said, I know some of you have seen it. That doesn't mean this is a sleep day because you haven't seen it with me. So we're going to talk about it. You need to take notes while we're going through it. All right. And mainly what I need, and these aren't notes I'm going to take up, you need to write down stuff that sticks out and that's important to you personally, because your paper for this quarter is going to come from this. You're going to be talking about, you're going to do me a persuasive paper that's going to deal with social media. You're going to develop a topic and you're going to write, and you're going to even find some sources that you're going to use to prove your point. And you're going to get this inspiration from this video. Okay. So I will give you the topic. I will give you the specifics of the paper right before Thanksgiving, but your paper will not be due until that second week we're back from Thanksgiving. The week before we go into exams, it'll be due then. All right. So it's a great, great documentary, and I'm thrilled. All of my classes except AP are doing it. AP is going to do it later. All right. Finally, Friday, we're going to start on a project. It's a table project, and it's about the Fireside Poets. I'm going to put you in groups of 5. You're each going to get one. You're going to do a little bit of a presentation on each of these characters, okay? Not characters, these individuals. It will be a test grade. So here's the good news for you. We're going to have a lot of our tests front loaded. So when we come back from Thanksgiving, we aren't going to have, you're going to have a paper, but we're not going to have to really cram in any other tests. We can do some other material, but I won't have to give you tests on it unless you need them. I'm hoping that we won't. I'm hoping that grades will be fine. And if that's the case, we may cover some more material, but I probably just won't test you on it right away. It'll show up on the exam, but it won't be on the tests. So because I'm trying to help you out because I know how busy that part gets of the year, okay? So understand, we're going to bear with this time now. It gets a little busy, and I know that, but you can do it. It's going to be helpful in the long run. I realize we're that time of the year where there's 4 weeks until Thanksgiving, and it feels like it's forever away. We start getting burnt out. We start getting tired. We start getting grouchy, and it starts to reflect in our grades. Don't let that happen. Fight that. Let's do the work now. Do a good job. Then when we come back from Thanksgiving, you can coast a little in my class. That's the plan. Now, we're still going to do stuff, but it won't be quite as much pressure, okay? So anyway, hopefully this kind of gives you a good overview of class and you're ready to get going this week. I know I am. So I'm hoping it's going to be a good week. Last week wasn't a good week. This week is going to be, I know. So anyway, well, guys, I'm going to see you in a few hours. It's almost 7 o'clock and on Monday morning when I'm filming this. So it's not too far away. I hope you guys enjoy your day as much as you can, and I'm looking forward to seeing you.